Welcome to the podcast. Today we have Dr. Rashmi Manjunath, one of the most talented clinical dermatologists, a very renowned cosmetic dermatologist here with us on our show. It's an immense pleasure to ma'am have you here with us. We are very delighted to have you.
Thank you so much for having me, and it's a good experience that has been, happening. Last 2 days we've had good time, so
Yes.
it's really nice to be here.
And I'm personally very excited because I'm going to get an opportunity where I can ask so many skin related questions to someone sitting here next to me without any time foundation. So, well,
Yeah,
ma'am,
happy to do that.
one thing, ma'am, which always create a curiosity inside me. What is exactly inspired you to be a dermatologist?
Yeah,
Do
actually, Neha, uh, I've been thinking about it, lately, and I'm happy that you've got this
Mhm.
question, and I'm able to share my experience with everyone. Uh, I think it started from my father. My father was in the army, and we've been going around the country all our lives and everything. I don't know, when I was in fourth standard, he actually said, "Rashmi, now become a dermatologist," and that was when I was in fourth. So, I keep telling my father that you should have told Rashmi become a millionaire, then maybe I would have become a millionaire. So it started from there, and
Wow.
universe just leads you, open certain doors,
Exactly.
and then you kind of reach the area. So I did my dermatology from Command Hospital,
Wow.
which is again an army forces armed forces institution, and it was wonderful. And initially we when we enter our post graduation in dermatology, we get very overwhelmed because there's so many
Absolutely.
things which are happening, and then the passion just kicked in, and the age group that we are treating, wide variety of age group, wide variety of conditions, and so that led to the passion just igniting and taking me forward.
That's really
So
amazing
yeah.
because completely an army person asking the daughter to become a dermatologist instead of joining the
Yeah.
army itself. That's a surprising factor. But
Yes.
somewhere I'm very fascinated and I love being in an army background because I have so many members in my family who are from army, and I love the environment and the belongingness that
Yeah.
they share. It's amazing. So,
Yeah.
ma'am, that's really amazing that being in an army family and becoming a dermatologist. How do you feel? How was it? And you are a mother also. You are a married,
Yeah.
woman. And how do you feel? How the journey has been so far? It was
Oh.
easy.
Yeah, it's been great, and one of the influences which has happened greatly is, my husband as well. He's a
Okay.
cardiac surgeon,
Oh wow.
and so dermatology. In fact, there was a choice between dermatology and anesthesia,
Okay.
and so at some point my father said, "Why don't you choose anesthesia?" So
Yeah.
I said, "I don't want to fight at home and also in the operation theater." So
Yeah.
then the choice came as dermatology, but it's been really great, and
Yeah.
I keep hearing this from my daughter. She's 14, and she keeps saying, "I'm so happy that as a dermatologist you are my mother, because you just take care of my skin." So right
Wow.
from the time when she was born, and even now when she's in her teens, and
Absolutely.
having certain skin issues which are very physiological, I would say,
Very
for the
true.
teenage time, the period. So we are able to manage a lot of those things. So
I
I think it's
completely
been very
understand.
fruitful. And if there was any other specialty, maybe the reach to my daughter may be a bit different. So
Absolutely.
that way, I'm very grateful, to be a dermatologist, and and being very passionate about it.
I can completely relate to it because, being a mother of a teenager too, I can completely understand what we go through as a mother because I have a lot of questions why I'm getting the pimples, why I'm getting dandruff, why you're stopping me from having so much of greasy food. So, being a nutritionist, sometimes, I'm thinking and trying to resolve things from
Yes.
the nutrition perspective. but definitely it's very important because they're very conscious about their looks. They
Yeah.
want to look beautiful, they want the flawless skin. And now I think talking about the flawless skin, I want to know, ma'am, you have to spill the secret. What is the secret behind your glowing skin? What you do? How do you take care of it? Is it something your lifestyle?
Yeah,
Or
I think it's very important, Neha, that you
yeah,
pointed it out. And when I actually think about it, I see that it's lot of hard work. It's not, and we have to put in that hard work because skin is the largest organ of the body,
absolutely.
and as we've discussed in our previous sessions also, it's an interface between the environment and
True.
the human body. So taking care of the skin is very important.
Important.
And I'm very happy with what the Gen Z is thinking of, because
Yeah.
they are conscious about it. They want to know more about their skincare and what products to be used and
Absolutely.
what are the things that they are undergoing. They're not shying away from it.
Very true.
But there has to be a boundary which needs to be created.
True.
And one of the most important thing that as a dermatologist, and which I've been practicing hugely, is non negotiating on a sunscreen. So
Very
sunscreen
true.
is extremely important whether we are indoors or outdoors, and we need to keep reapplying it. So that's very critical in my skincare. Sunscreen holds a huge
Role.
role in the
Protection
skincare
of the
regimen.
skin.
And initially, and we also have to be open to changes. So there were products that I used to use before, maybe 10 years earlier, like vitamin C and things like that. And
Yeah.
but now I use many more things depending on the age that I'm in. So
True.
we have to keep adding certain products into
Products.
our system and into our skincare. So these are something which are very critical. And believe me, Neha, I get to try so many products sometimes, and it
Yeah.
becomes very overwhelming. So I understand what happens around.
Absolutely.
Yes, there's so many products around, and in order to kind of get that right,
Skin texture and
right kind of formula, it's very difficult.
absolutely.
But the thing is that we should be consistent. I think consistency is the
That's very
key for
important.
everything. So it's not something that we need to start it early, and we need to keep on it. I think that's very important.
Very true, ma'am. So, what do you think? It's like, nowadays so many vitamins are there. There are serums. Is it really helpful in maintaining your skin texture and this?
Absolutely. And coming to the other part, when I should definitely tell you a few incidences which has happened to me in the clinic. There was a 11-year-old girl,
Okay.
and she came with her mother, and she had lot of these whiteheads and blackheads, and it was very unusual to have a 11-year-old having so
Yeah.
many. So then we started. I just had a chat with her. We were talking about different things. Then the mother opened up and she said she makes lot of DIYs at home
Oh.
with cocoa powder and expensive DIYs. Doctor, she makes so many, and I used it once and my face burnt, and I don't know how she's using and all that. So
Yeah.
the Gen Z is actually going to that, and which is not nice in some ways.
Absolutely.
So I think that is something which I was quite shocked, because 11-year-old doing these
Doing all these
experiments.
DIYs.
And then there was one more teenage boy who was all the time on the phone, and he had lot of issues with his face, a lot of pigmentation, lot of acne, and his diet was really bad. He would not eat fruits or vegetables, literally.
Yeah.
And mother came to me with him, and then we made a chart for him, and
Okay.
I told him that you make a table kind of format where
Yeah.
you write every day what you are doing,
What you're eating.
in terms of how much is your screen time, and how much are the water that you're drinking, and how is your food intake, what are the food you're taking. And I was very happy that he actually did it. So a month later he came with a book and with the whole thing, and I was so happy that he did. And over the course of the journaling it, he kind of changed, and he
That's really
started
nice.
looking, yeah. And
Because
the
their
mother was very
awareness.
happy because mother said now he's become less irritable and he's not on the phone, and
Absolutely.
it showed on the skin. So what I'm trying to say is that when you're younger,
Yeah.
even if you take that one step, it
Absolutely.
shows up as 10 steps, where
Very true.
which is very good for that age. So I always tell my patients, the biggest asset that you have right now is your age. So make use of that.
Very true, ma'am.
Yeah.
And this brings and it's a very good activity actually, indeed, because this
Yes.
brings in the self awareness. Because to a teen, making them realize something, it's very challenging. Sometimes they takes it negatively
Correct.
also.
Yeah.
So I think this is a very wonderful activity that one mother can really ask their kids to do, so that they build in the self consciousness where they are going wrong, what they can really do
Yes.
to improve their overall
Yes.
lifestyle. Apart from that, one more thing I feel that nowadays, with the rise in the Swiggy and Zomato, the
Yes.
dependency on the processed and the packed food is also increasing, which is actually hampering
Yes.
the
Yes.
entire
Very
internal
much.
system. And the gut is unhealthy from very beginning of the child age compared to what we are in the adulthood. So I think the genes and the building block of the entire growth stage,
Yes.
it's not that stable nowadays, and one should really understand and recognize that how much processed and packed food they are putting inside their body, so that they can be really aware and careful
Absolutely.
about it.
Absolutely. Neha.
Now,
I had one patient who would be eating noodles, I think 5 to 6 packets of noodles
absolutely.
on a daily basis.
My God.
And it was, very difficult to take him off that.
Yeah.
And water is the other thing which they lack,
Absolutely.
hydration. There was one patient whom, in fact, I told her she had come to me with acne, and I told her don't eat out.
Yeah.
And believe me, she didn't order for 2 weeks. And
Yeah.
normally I call my patients every 2 weeks, and she had lost 2 kgs
Wow.
just by not ordering out. So that's the importance
Yeah,
of
that's the beauty of the
diet.
lifestyle
Yes,
modification.
yes,
That you see a drastic improvement in your skin, your
absolutely,
health, your
absolutely.
daily,
Yeah,
motions, everything. Your energy levels are so better.
yeah, yeah.
So that's
Absolutely.
really good. Now, drawing your diverse role from being a dermatologist, from being a mother, wife, there are a lot of challenges. Either we talk about the emotional challenges or the physical challenges. We go through a
Yes.
lot of phases. What skincare advice you would like to give to the women who are going through all these stages, and how we can really take care of our skin health and our well-being
Yeah.
during these phases, maintaining our both emotional and physical well-being?
Yes, yes, very, very profound question, and and that's what I'm passionate about. And I actually, the mothers of the current generation, they are doing very well, I must say. And they firstly they understand. Let's say a mother has had acne.
Yeah.
In her teenage times,
Yeah.
so she makes sure that her teenage daughter would
Be
be
more careful.
consulting a dermatologist and not randomly buying products. So
True.
that awareness is there because she has gone
Already
through
gone
lot
through.
of things.
True.
So that is something which is changing now. So I see a lot of mothers getting their daughters, or parents or fathers getting their children to me to just make them understand about the importance of skin, and that's very critical.
Yeah.
In terms of how a woman, because typically a woman, what I've seen is that our children kind of mimic us and parrot us, and you look up to us to some extent.
Very true.
And so it's important for us to be inculcating certain things within our regimen.
Very true.
So as I said earlier, every woman, whether they are working or they're not working, they should be using sunscreens,
Very true.
which is very important. A lot of vitamin C in their skincare is very important. And also intake of vitamin C time to time. Get their health checks done regularly. Even children, for that matter, I would suggest the mothers to motivate the children also to get the test done. I've had children when they come to me with hair loss, a 12-year-old, 14-year-old coming with hair loss, and then when we ask them to do a blood test, vitamin D levels are so low. They come to almost 4 in some people.
Oh my God.
and sometimes thyroid comes in or B12 is less. So
Yes.
not to neglect these
These
parameters.
parameters.
Exercise is another thing the mothers should try to encourage and do themselves. And
Absolutely.
sleep cycles should be curtailed. Screen
Yes.
time should be managed. And as we age, Neha, the skin undergoes lot of brunt because
Changes.
it is taking up lot of things from the environment, from
True.
your internal
True.
body. At some stage, mothers or women should be doing certain procedures also, because procedures have evolved beautifully. There are a lot of procedures now. Like initially, as in dermatology clinics, we were not doing many procedures. It was
Okay.
more related to disease based or
Mm-hmm.
that kind of thing. Now
Okay.
our solution to a particular problem, only when we have a problem we come and see a dermatologist. But nowadays it's more preventive,
Very true.
and that is where the medicine is going to, the complete medicine, be it
True.
dermatology or cardiology or even obstetrics, is going to a lot of changes in terms of its outlook, which
Yeah.
is more preventive. And I think mothers and women should be looking at those preventive medicine.
I completely agree
Mm.
because I think I have seen at my place. Because I'm from childhood very much into the sports. I have been working out from, I don't know, I have been always working out. I used to love and enjoy the
You look
exercises.
so young. When you told me you have a daughter who's teenage, I was like baffled, and part of it
I
must be the genes.
I really agree with it. Somehow, I think it's genes, but also I absolutely agree that I believe that it's my
And
workout
nutrition
routine
also.
also.
Ah.
Ma'am, nutrition also came long back after that when I
Mm.
started studying from 10th onwards. But yes, somehow my family was very, very health conscious and always
Ah.
been eating early, following the circadian rhythm, having food, dinner by max 7 o'clock. So my great grandmother, grandmother, everyone used to follow the same routine.
Great.
I think
Yeah.
that was one of the aspects. But apart from that, I feel the strength training has really helped me a
Mm.
lot because when I later on started researching, I get to know that proteoglycans, which
Yes.
produces due to exercise, helps in keeping your skin so flawless, maintains
And
the
even
elasticity.
endorphins,
Absolutely, it
dopamine,
keeps
the
you
happy hormone.
internally happy. Very true. So, what do you feel, ma'am? Do you believe that exercise really plays a very important
Absolutely,
role? And
absolutely. I mean, um, muscles are there everywhere, and
absolutely,
every part of the body has to be strengthened. And we all
yeah,
know the atrophy can happen if you don't
absolutely,
use the muscles. So, and which can have its own implications. So, it's very important to be using not just of, in fact, even on the face, when we
yeah,
recommend many people to do face yoga or face muscle
muscle
strengthening
strengthening.
to prevent sagging, because some muscles are not used at all. And
Absolutely, that's what.
so it's important to be looking at it. So,
Yeah.
and so there are a lot of treatments nowadays which we try to stimulate the muscle strength.
Oh,
There are a lot
okay.
of radio frequency devices, lot of devices which work on the muscles of the
Okay.
facial skin, because
Mm-hmm.
most of it is the muscles, right,
Muscles,
to
which
hold
is
it,
holding your
holding
skin.
things.
True.
Of course, there are a lot of layers of the facial anatomy, and every
Yeah.
part has its own importance. But undoubtedly, and exercise is paramount. And I think
Very
even
true.
20 minutes of it on a daily basis will really help.
Yeah.
It improves so much blood supply to
Absolutely.
to the facial thing, and
Yeah.
face is a very vascular structure. So you're putting so much blood supply, it
Exactly.
obviously rejuvenates. You're giving
Yeah.
so much oxygen to all the cells, skin cells, everything.
Absolutely,
So
ma'am.
it really helps. Yeah,
And Dr. Rashmi, that's why I always tell my all the clients that
absolutely.
vitamin O is must, must, must. It's first thing that you have to follow in your regime because
Absolutely.
the more the oxygen in the body, the better will be the absorption of the nutrients, the better
Absolutely.
will be your body functioning, and less
Yes.
oxidative stress in your system.
Absolutely.
And
Everything is happening because of oxidation. It's
oxidation,
like even apple, when you remove the skin and keep it outside, it
it becomes
changes the
yellow.
color. I mean,
Yeah.
iron is a metal. It's a
Metal.
non-living thing that oxidizes.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of oxidation which the body is undergoing. So
Very
yeah,
true,
yeah.
ma'am. So I think that really helps people to understand that everything is important, being the oxygen. And it's like generally when we grow up, we hardly breathe in from our lungs. We are just using 25 to 30.5% of our lungs capacity. all the weekend, if we start using
Yes.
75 to 80, we can really flush out a lot of toxins from the system,
Yes.
especially being carbon dioxide.
Yes.
So I think these are the smaller changes at natural
Yes.
and at very grounded lifestyle basis, which hardly cost anything.
Yeah.
But if we start focusing on our basic routine, like doing pranayam in the morning, exercising,
Yes,
we
yes.
not only just take care of our
It's
own
actually
health,
detoxifies.
it detoxifies.
Pranayama is supposed to detoxify so
Cleanse your
much of
system.
your system
Yeah.
just by breathing well.
Breathing well.
And another important thing, Neha, that I wanted to share is the importance of sleep. Because
true.
people try to neglect it. We tend
Yeah.
to watch a lot of programs in the night.
Netflix.
Yeah, there have been instances where I've literally discussed it with my patients, and I've told them use a sunscreen in the night also, because you've been working in the
Watching
night
the-
as well,
Yeah.
and you're in front of devices.
Yeah.
So there are times when I've told them you have to
Yeah.
use a sunscreen in the night, but the blue light and the devices have a huge impact, because what happens is light goes through. There is a
It's like
circadian
this.
rhythm which is present in the
Body.
in the body, in the brain, and these are working on certain hormonal thing, or I would say certain chemicals called melatonin. And
Absolutely.
melatonin is happens only when the light comes down. So the eyes have to be shut, and the brain has to respond to the darkness, and then that's when the melatonin kicks in. So the melatonin synthesis will not happen without we closing our eyes and
Very
preventing
true.
that light getting into the retina and all. So and melatonin is very critical for skin health also,
Very
because and hair health also. So we've had
Yeah,
patients
agree.
who cannot sleep. They get a lot of skin
Skin
and hair
issues.
conditions. So sleep is extremely important.
Yeah.
In fact, skin has actually a circadian rhythm, Neha.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow, that's
So it
interesting.
follows a certain circadian rhythm.
Uh-huh.
Especially there are there is something called transepidermal water loss, which is
Okay.
basically water loss which happens through the skin.
Yeah.
And that is increased when in the evening. So many
Okay.
people who have dry skin conditions,
Yeah.
we tell them that evening make sure that you apply your moisturizers, because you will start feeling itchy. Yeah. So that is one thing which
That's
is
something
there.
I think I was not aware of.
Yeah.
And that's why I think when you wake up in the morning, sometimes you feel your skin has become so dry.
Correct.
And I think that's
Yes.
the importance
And
of.
also, what I've started telling my patient, Neha, is to also drink water at night
Okay.
before going to
Going
bed.
to bed.
Because we are sleeping for almost 8 hours,
Yeah.
without any hydration.
True.
And which is a good part of our day, right? 8 hours is minimum, and we are not having any hydration at that time. So I do tell them that at least have your 2 glasses of water before you go to bed. What do you think about it?
That's a wonderful advice, because
Yeah.
night is a time when your body undergoes detoxification, it's flushing out all the
Yes.
toxins. And I'm sure this is producing and generating lots of heat inside the system. And if you keep yourself hydrated, it will just calm down the inflammation
Yes.
which is getting developed because of that. I think that's a very good idea.
Yeah, so I
Dr.
tell them
Rashmi.
don't do that. I mean, don't drink water. I mean,
Yeah.
drinking. Some people think, oh, I don't want to drink water because of certain reason, but it's very
Reasons.
important to be drinking water
At
at
least
that
we
time.
can do half an hour before the bedtime to maintain the rhythm.
Yes.
And I think that's a very important aspect, like both the skin circadian rhythm as well as our body's circadian rhythm, because sleeping on time
Yes.
is very important for your skin health.
Absolutely, absolutely.
You need that sleep. And
Yes.
I guess a lot of people and the mothers coming to me saying that my 12 years, 17 years child is having sleep issues, can't sleep on time. And I think very much like OTT and the Netflix
Yes.
during the COVID time has made them so much used to do the computer and the Netflix for the entertainment. The sleep cycle has got completely
Yes.
disturbed.
Yes.
And it's getting really difficult
Yeah.
to get them on track.
Yeah. So aging changes happen faster, especially we
Absolutely.
see under eyes getting
Dark
aged very
circles,
fast.
yeah.
We see a lot of young individuals also coming up with dark circles and things
True.
like that. And it kind of I keep thinking, I mean, did it happen to us? And then they start doing a lot of DIY. They use a lot of cucumber,
Cucumbers and
potato, so that dark circle will be relieved.
Yeah.
But unfortunately,
Natural
it
is
doesn't
natural.
happen. Yeah, it doesn't
They have
happen.
to understand.
Yeah.
Now, I've even I always have a lot of questions. Like nowadays, wherever I go on Insta, everywhere we get to hear that PHAs, AHAs. I have been always told that acids
Mhm.
are not that great for our skin. I would like to know your expert
Yeah.
advice on that. What is AHA? What is BHA? What role does they play in our system? Whether they are really
Yeah.
important?
Uh, so AHAs and BHAs, Neha, they are actually derived from fruits.
Okay,
So everything has like milk has lactic acid.
lactic acid.
So that is an AHA.
Yeah.
Glycolic, which we normally use in all our skin treatments and skin
Yeah.
creams, is derived from sugarcane.
Okay.
So apple has malic acid. So
Yeah.
they're all actually derived from the fruits
Natural
and
sources.
natural sources like milk
Yeah.
and everything. And we know lactic acid is good for skin. Like
Very
I
true.
am sure you must have heard of many people using malai on the skin.
Yeah,
The
kacha
other
doodh.
day, one of my patients was telling me, my doctor, my mother still uses malai, ghee, and besan for
Yeah.
her skin, and her
For
skin
skin.
glows.
Wow.
And the reason for that is primarily the lactic acid which is there in the milk.
Yeah.
But the problem which happens is that milk doesn't contain only lactic acid.
Lactic
It will contain other ingredients also, right?
True,
Like you have
true.
fatty acids, you
acid,
have cholesterol,
proteins, and so
whatever,
many things
protein,
are
a lot
there.
of other things,
Yeah.
which can irritate your skin.
Skin
And
also.
it can, in some individuals, it can lead to a lot of acne and things like that.
True.
So comedons come in, blackheads come in,
Now
whiteheads
I
come
can
in.
recall, in my childhood, I heard somewhere
Lot
that
of
apply
malai.
raw, raw
Raw
milk
milk.
on your face. I saw one of my elder cousin who used to apply the raw milk, and
Yes.
her face used to shine. And I said, "Okay, Mama,
Yeah.
I'm also going to apply it."
Yeah.
But my skin used to become very dry.
Yes.
Although I did not got any acne during my teens or till my marriage time, it all happened like after my pregnancy,
Childbirth.
first child.
Yes.
But yes, I could recall now that why my skin used to become so dry,
Yeah.
because it was something not meant for me, and that's why it's very important to
Huh.
understand what
Yeah.
suits your skin type
Yeah.
the most, and
Yeah.
instead of following anyone
Yeah.
blindly.
Yeah. So that's the reason why AHAs and BHAs came, and
Yeah.
they extracted the AHA
Natural.
from these ingredients,
Yeah.
and it has lot of value. Like, but in more so in a younger population, and it has like anti-pigmentary, it has anti-acne. It regularizes primarily the rejuvenation capacity of the skin. So we all know the skin keeps shedding.
Yes.
And sometimes the shedding becomes less, and that's when the
Yeah.
dullness comes in. So it regularizes that shedding. So it's a
Okay.
very important part of skincare, and great hydrating also many a times.
Yeah.
So lactic acid is used extensively as a moisturizer as well. So and a lot of anti-aging benefits and seen. So it's a good product. The percentage is what is important, Neha. So it's not
Okay.
that we can just use certain percentages. We can't go overboard also with it.
Very
So
true.
in medicated context, the maximum percentage of AHA which is allowed is 12%. And now there is a cream which has about 15%, but you can't go beyond it. Now, what happens typically, like as our body also, we exercise, 30 minutes every day in treadmill.
Yeah.
Initially, it may be difficult, then body gets used to it. So you have to keep shocking the body.
Shocking the
So
body.
12% and 15% you may get used to over a
Correct.
period of time, and
More
then
than
you will not see the effect. So that is when we like to do procedures where we use these glycolic or lactic in a very supervised, controlled environment, in the clinic where it is a higher concentration. So then that is beneficial. But there is a lot of post care required whenever you're using a AHA or a BHA, which is very
Okay.
important for us to know.
Mhm.
Sun sensitivity can happen.
Okay.
Which is so it's very important that you used your AHA and then you stand out in the sun the very next day for half an hour. I mean, it's going to be disaster.
Disaster.
So make sure that you have your sunscreens. Don't go too much out in the sun. Use protection in terms of caps or hats, and that. And preferably, I would say on holidays when you know that you'll be going out,
Going out
don't
in the
use too
sun.
much of these AHA BHAs. Otherwise, they're good.
Okay.
Yeah, they are. They come with lot of as good effects, but you have to use it with good
Yeah.
supervision.
So I think a lot of my concerns are getting answered today, and I'm really grateful to you because
Yeah.
it's a very interesting conversation.
Yeah,
A lot
and
of facts.
I think as women, we undergo so many changes and landmarks in our lives. Like we have first is the menarche we start with, which is
Absolutely.
again a huge hormonal change. It's a huge transitory period. The skin undergoes change from a child skin to an adolescent skin, and from an adolescent it goes to a adult skin. So the 10 years of one's life is, I think
So
huge
huge
change, not just at
transitional journey.
mentally, physically, at the level of skin. And then we take up pregnancy, which is again a huge, again a hormonal
Drastic
change.
change.
You had any effects of pregnancy? Like what were the changes in
Ma'am,
the
for
skin?
I think no, during my first pregnancy, the one thing which I was like, I was having a lot of coughing, and I have been given a lot of antibiotics for the same. That has led to acne in the first pregnancy, but that was a short duration. I stopped it after that, consulting the
Yeah.
gynecologist, and it was all settled down. And after both my pregnancy, like it was both the pregnancies were normal and it was all fine. I think very smooth. I was like blessed. I have
Yeah.
heard people having a lot of pain and going through a lot of trauma. But yeah, one thing which I felt not after the pregnancy, but majorly after shifting to Bangalore. I was in Kolkata before, and when I shifted to Bangalore, I think the atmosphere, the weather was very humid in
Yes.
Kolkata. I used to sweat a lot. Generally, I'm not a person who sweat very easily. After 1 hour of workout also, I really sweat, and that's an intense workout. I think the transition and the change of the place from Kolkata to Bangalore, there was a lot of change in the climate that has impacted my skin. I started getting a lot of acne over here. The hair fall was
Yeah.
intense. Although my diet was same, I was exercising, I was hydrating myself. But I think, yeah, for hydration, I can still agree because Bangalore weather was a bit cold. I was not drinking as much water I was drinking in Kolkata. That was a change. But yeah, there was a drastic improvement in my skin health, and I have been facing a lot of acne near my chin area, and it was very difficult to find a good dermatologist because I remember I have consulted so many dermatologists.
Yeah.
They were giving me n number of creams and the skincare routine, but nothing was working on. And then at the end, by God grace, I got one dermatologist nearby. She was in Manipal who helped me out with the Cetaphil
Yeah.
products, and I think that worked for me. So it's very difficult to even find out the good
Yeah.
dermatologist to understand your skin sometimes because you are going through a lot of changes,
Yeah.
and it's very pretty much
Yeah.
surprising for you as a human being and as a
Yeah.
woman.
Yeah, so I've had patients whom I have, seen them before when
Yeah.
they've they don't just got married, then they've had children. They ask the child, then I do consultations for their children,
Yeah.
and the children have now become teenage, and I'm treating the mother and daughter, and
Oh,
that kind of
yeah.
thing. So it is it's a what I would like to say is that it is a very long journey for skincare.
Correct.
So it's not just as I said, as we've discussed, that pregnancy has an impact, and
Yeah.
then menopause has hits you in a different way. So we have to make the skin being able to take up these things. So it's very critical to start early in terms of skincare. In terms of even when you are a teenage, look at the products that would like to use. Then in your 30s, there'll be a different set of products. Pregnancy, how do we manage certain aspects of skin? We can't do much in pregnancy, but some things can be done. And the common conditions that we normally come across is, as you mentioned, acne is one condition which happens post pregnancy. It stays on for some time. Hair fall happens a lot.
Yeah.
And then we also see a lot of abnormal hair growth in some women.
Absolutely.
And I would like to point out, Neha, sometimes they come and they keep plucking it a lot,
Oh, yes.
and then it becomes more and more. So that is another aspect that should be treated.
Yeah.
So we have laser hair removal machines
Okay.
which can be used. And many people also get into a lot of shaving and
Yeah.
underarms and even their legs, and that again causes a lot of infections, especially in the
Okay.
underarms.
Yeah.
So in fact, I would say one procedure which has actually changed my life has been the laser hair removal.
Okay. Is it
And
safe, doctor?
absolutely. And I think it is very important. I am now getting my 14-year-old also.
Oh.
We've started laser for her.
Oh, nice.
because it is one of the safest things to do. It has changed my life, Neha, because when I was doing MBBS, we would always shave,
Yeah.
and that used to lead to very painful, infections.
Outcomes and infections. Yeah.
And I had to be on antibiotics for a long time. I took very strong antibiotics
Okay.
also personally to manage that infections.
Mhm.
And once the laser came in, and I was a dermatologist, I did laser. It's just been so fantastic.
Oh, good.
And so I think that is one procedure which is something which the mothers also should sensitize their children for.
Okay.
Because nowadays the teenage girls, like you're a mother of a teenage girl,
Yeah, I know.
it's not very easy. They'll
Easy
keep
for them.
shaving.
Yeah.
So, and which can lead to a lot of problems.
True.
And women in around 40 age group, when they do laser, it's really, the results are really good.
Okay.
They literally, it is permanent hair reduction, and it works very well.
And no allergies, nothing, no
If you do
infection.
it from a right place and the
Place
right
and
machine, the
process.
machine also plays a very
Oh, is
important
it?
role. And now we have some beautiful machines which
Yeah.
take care of all the side effects. So laser is something which can be done by many people. Of course, consult the dermatologist, understand it better. The growth, we have to see what kind of growth is there, and then only we prescribe whether it
True.
requires laser or not. We just don't do it randomly, but
Yeah.
it's something which is very good.
I think it will be really
Yeah.
great because people don't have to go through a lot of painful vaccines and all, which is
Ask
like
me,
so
yeah.
painful nowadays.
And but and one thing we have to remember that we also have to do it early, because
Okay.
normally the gray hair is not targeted by laser. So
Okay.
we see around um, uh, 55 or 60, when the gray hairs start coming,
Yeah, right.
then it won't be seen. It can't be targeted by laser. So it's important to tackle it early, and get it done with.
Dr. Rashmi, how many sittings one has to take for the laser treatment to get this
So
done?
typically we look at around, on an average, minimum, and this is very important to remember the words, is the minimum sessions which are required is 6.
Okay.
See, right now in the world, the lasers has been going on for about, I would say easily about 40, 50 years, if not more.
Okay.
And so there has been lot of data which is available in terms of the treatment.
Yeah.
And it's getting improvised also on a regular basis. I have actually worked in New Zealand for 1 or 2 years, a
Okay.
couple of years, and there I used to be also associated with a laser called IPL, which is
Okay.
more for a Caucasian skin.
Okay.
So the laser for the reason I'm mentioning this is because the Indian skin is different.
Yeah.
So doing it in India is more conducive because you have the laser which is conducive for your skin.
True.
And but some like diode is the gold standard and things like that. Your dermatologist will be happy to guide you there.
Yeah.
So laser is something which is I think quite good.
Yeah.
And can be thought of. And nowadays, Neha, we are actually going in favor of more of as I said, regenerative medicine, and we are looking at a lot of preventive medicine. And with that kept in mind, the dermatology clinics are also changing. It is not
Okay.
like, oh, okay, you do only very strong treatments and all that, but we also are, because we don't, I mean, with all due respect to all the saloons and everything, but we don't know the products they're using. There's not much information
Very
which
true.
is shared.
True.
So that is why the dermatology clinics are getting into more of these wellness based treatments. So
Okay.
in my clinic, like, we have hydrofacial and medifacials. We have a very interesting treatment which we recently launched, which is called exosome facial.
Oh,
And
that's nice.
yeah,
Sounds
that's,
interesting.
and I
What's
actually got it done about 3 days back.
Okay.
So it's excellent. It's got lot of exosomes is a very different kind of product. In fact, Dr. Chavi had introduced me to exosomes
Okay,
from her
that's
friend
nice.
in the US,
Okay.
and so I'm grateful to her for that. And so when we did a lot of research, we got these exosomes, and now they are coming up in a big way. So if we see the future of the skin care, it's going to be more preventive, and I think it's going to be more this exosome based.
Yeah.
So
So
we have these kind of treatments which are there,
new
which
treatments are
should be
coming.
attempted at some stage by many people, and these are treatments which can be done in all age groups.
Yeah.
Of course, teenage we have a different kind of things, depending
True.
only when there is a problem we start working on it more
Yeah.
aggressively. But in adults, in all age groups, it can be done, and it can really help your skin a lot as we over the years. So
And now I think, like, being a dermatologist, it's not easy. You have to keep yourself so
Yeah.
much up to date for the
Yes.
new trends, the new,
Absolutely, it's
uh,
very exciting. And currently
yeah,
I think I'm very excited about where we are, in which
yeah,
era we are, and in which time and space we are. I'm very excited about it because
yeah.
many things happening in India, many things coming to India. We don't necessarily have to keep looking at the Western or even our Eastern Korean counterparts.
True.
So
And
yeah.
that was,
Have you
I
heard of
think,
Korean skincare, the glassy skin and
oh,
all?
true. That's like, I think it's so much viral these days
Yeah.
because,
So every
yeah,
patient or any friends, they like move to Korea. They're like going for a visit to Korea. The first
Korea.
thing, I'm going to Korea. What product should I buy? Tell me what product should I buy?
Seriously.
Yeah.
But,
But some of them are
still,
very well researched, I must say, Neha.
yeah.
Very good ones
That's
available.
what I was studying.
Yeah.
Even when I was just searching that which country in the globe, has the best skin. And I was so surprised to see that it's Asian countries have the better
Yeah.
skin compared to any. I thought it was USA or some other, or the Singapore somewhere. But then I heard that Japan, Korea, they have the best skin, and
Yeah.
the skin.
And it's not just because of their skincare. It's
Yeah.
also because they're very open to doing a lot of procedures. We
Yeah.
have to grant it to them. So
Very
when you go
true.
to
Open-minded.
Korea, like I've heard many people saying that there will be a lot of clinics which will
Yeah.
offer you a lot of treatments, and
Treatments.
people are open to it. So
Very
I
true.
think we should not restrict ourselves to only
To
products, Neha, because
Yeah.
it is important to look at procedures and things like that. Because I think what I've mentioned, like exosome treatments,
True.
and even medifacials.
Yeah.
The medifacial is a really good treatment because it's actually a treatment, Neha. It's
Okay.
not just doing a facial kind of thing,
Yeah.
but we do an AHA peel, we do a microdermabrasion,
Okay.
and we use a very good mask and things like that. Then we have the hydrofacial, which is machine based, which also has tightening properties. It
Yeah.
removes the blackheads. It the
Right.
oil secretion is maintained, an equilibrium is created in the skin. So we should at some stage, I feel, especially like post pregnancy and
Yeah.
all, where the skin takes lot of toll, body takes lot of toll.
True.
It is important for some women to I think take that
Go with.
go into those.
Actually, what I think Dr. Rashmi lacks in our country is the awareness.
Correct.
And that's why it's very important to create that awareness in our population, to make sure that they understand and they do a good research, find out which is the right product for them, meet a dermatologist, understand the requirement, and then take a call. I know definitely there's always a fear because everyone has so much of personal attachment
Yes.
to their skin.
There's one fear which everyone comes to me with.
Yeah.
Doctor, once I keep doing, should I do it lifetime? Or if I stop it in midway, then will it go worse?
Yeah.
Have you heard of these?
I
Do you
have
also
very
have
often.
you?
Yeah. That's what, even for everything. Like, even if we talk about the diabetes reversal, they said, okay, just for a time, I'm reversed, I will be done, right? I don't need to repeat it and follow the
Huh.
same lifestyle again. But that's not the case. It's you are
Absolutely.
getting results because you are changing your lifestyle and you are following a certain path.
Yeah.
We have to stay, connected to it and stick
Yeah.
to the same routine.
Absolutely.
So I think
these are some things which are very commonly asked. Oh, should I, when I stop it, will it become worse? Will I get so addicted to a particular thing? I said, what's wrong with that?
And that's
So-
why one advice I want to give to all the viewers, that it's very important that we don't think before going to a hotel and spending 10 to 15,000
Yes.
for just eating the food. But then it's for own skin. It's for own skin health and regime.
Yeah.
Please understand and discover your body, discover your skin type, and meet a right dermatologist. We had a amazing conversation with Dr. Rashmi today, and lots of secrets has been opened up today. I hope you got to learn so many things, as do I. So thank you so much, Dr. Rashmi, for connecting with us today.
Thank
It was
you.
a
It's
wonderful session,
my
and I'm
pleasure.
sure
My
the
pleasure.
conversation will go on, and I'm going to keep on coming to you very often. But till then, goodbye, and stay tuned for the next episode. Thank you so much.